What if I told you that your birth year holds the secret to unlocking not just your past, but your future? Picture this: two people born in the same year, living completely different lives. One faces constant challenges, struggling with work, relationships, and finances, while the other seems to move through life effortlessly, achieving success, finding happiness, and experiencing fulfillment. How is it possible? Could the difference between them be more than just circumstance? In Buddhist numerology, there's a belief that the last digit of your birth year could be key to understanding these differences. Each number carries a unique energy, a karmic imprint shaped by the choices, actions, and lives you've lived before. Maybe you've always felt a pull towards certain places or people, or you find yourself repeating the same mistakes. Could this be tied to your number? Imagine finally understanding why and learning how to change your course by unlocking the secrets of your birth year. We're about to dive deep into the energy of numbers and what they say about your past, your present, and your future. Stay with us, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Your birth year's final digit may hold the key to unlocking your true nature and life's purpose. Curious to know what yours says about you? Let's get real. Numbers don't just define who we are, they reflect our deepest strengths and challenges. If your number is 1, you're a born leader. You've got that natural drive to take charge, but leadership without empathy, that can become a lonely road. Ask yourself, when was the last time you really stopped to listen to those you lead? Number 2, you're the peacekeepers, the ones who diffuse tension and create harmony. But how often do you sacrifice your own needs just to keep the peace? It's time to step up and set those boundaries. Number 3, you're the creative soul, the artist, the communicator. Your creativity shines, but are you sometimes misunderstood, seen as a little too out there? Number 4, you're the reliable builder, always striving for stability. But here's the question: does your need for control ever choke the very creativity you need to grow? Number 5, you're the adventurer, the one chasing freedom at every turn. But ask yourself, is that constant quest for change sometimes just a way to avoid the deeper issues? Now, here's where it gets fascinating. The energy tied to each of these numbers has shaped every experience you've had. But don't just take my word for it, look at your life. Revisit your choices, your challenges, your successes. You'll see it clearly. Your number is more than just a digit, it's your personal map. Ready to explore how it all connects? Could the numbers that shape your life also reveal your path to spiritual awakening? The answer may be simpler than you think. In Buddhist teachings, every number represents not just a personality trait, but a step on the journey to enlightenment. The last digit of your birth year acts like a karmic code, revealing where your soul has been and where it's headed. These numbers point to strengths, challenges, and even untapped potential that can guide your spiritual growth. Some people walk the path of leadership, others are destined to bring peace, while still others search for freedom or seek to heal. But all paths, regardless of their nature, lead to one destination: spiritual awakening. The question is, which path are you on? Let's start at the beginning, with the number 0, the number of infinite potential, spiritual seekers, and those who often feel disconnected from the material world. What does this mean for your journey? And how can it be the key to unlocking your true potential? Let's dive into the first number. Number 0, the seeker of infinite potential. Imagine having access to infinite possibilities, yet always feeling disconnected from the world around you. Could this be your hidden strength? If your birth year ends in 0, you carry the energy of infinite potential. In Buddhist numerology, 0 symbolizes the void, the eternal cycle of rebirth and limitless possibilities. People with this number are spiritual seekers, always searching for deeper meaning beyond material success. The challenge lies in grounding this potential into real-world actions, as you might often feel disconnected from the material world, career, or relationships. Do you hold the number 0? Have you ever felt like you're always seeking something beyond, something deeper? Even visionaries like Steve Jobs had to balance spiritual insight with real-world application. Steve Jobs, though not explicitly spiritual, embodied the qualities of 0, a visionary, always thinking beyond the ordinary. His challenge was grounding his transcendent ideas into tangible products. Similarly, those with 0 need to channel their deep spiritual insights into practical, everyday realities. Can you relate to this? Do you feel like your ideas are often hard to bring into reality? Can you bring the peace of a monk into the chaos of daily life? In real life, if you are drawn to meditation and self-discovery, your mission is to balance your spiritual pursuits with practical actions. It's not enough to seek enlightenment in isolation. The true challenge is finding that same peace and purpose in everyday interactions, career, and personal growth. What are you doing right now to balance your spiritual and material life? Balance your spiritual journey with practical steps. Embrace your spiritual quest, but ground it with real-world goals. Use meditation to improve focus at work and align your spiritual vision with achievable goals. Start small, practice gratitude, build routines, and take steps toward tangible achievements. The more you integrate your spiritual insights with real-life actions, the more you'll find fulfillment. Your potential is infinite, but only if you make it real. Are you ready to take the next step and make your infinite potential a reality? Number 1, the born leader. A born leader, but how will you balance power with humility? You're driven, ambitious, and ready to take charge. But what happens when leadership turns into isolation? If the last digit of your birth year is 1, you are a natural born leader. In Buddhist numerology, 1 carries the energy of initiative, courage, and authority. You've likely been placed in leadership roles throughout your life, whether by choice or because others gravitate toward your confident, decisive nature. But here's the question: how do you balance your drive for success with the need for compassion? Does your leadership uplift others, or does it leave you feeling alone at the top? Think about your own life. Maybe you're the go-to person at work or the one organizing family events, but are you carrying too much weight alone? Imagine you're the head of a project at work, or perhaps the organizer of every family event. People look to you for guidance and expect you to take the lead. It's fulfilling, but it can also feel like a burden. You might start to feel that only you can handle things, and as a result, you shoulder more responsibility than necessary. This can lead to frustration and burnout, leaving you isolated in your own leadership. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the weight of your own expectations as a leader? Does leadership isolate you? As a number 1, your natural confidence and ambition can sometimes create distance between you and others. You may find yourself taking on too much responsibility, believing no one else can execute your vision as well as you can. But true leadership is about building up the people around you, not just leading the charge. When was the last time you paused to listen to those you lead? Are you giving space for others to grow, or are you carrying the entire load yourself? Balance power with humility for true success. To truly embody the strength of number 1, you need to practice humility and empathy. Delegate responsibilities, trust your team, and recognize that leadership is not just about control. It's about inspiring others to achieve their best. Start small. When faced with a decision, ask for input from others before making the final call. This doesn't weaken your authority, it strengthens your team and builds mutual respect. How will you begin balancing power and humility in your leadership role today? Number 2, the peacemaker. Are you sacrificing too much to keep the peace? You've got a natural gift for bringing people together and resolving conflicts, but at what cost to yourself? If the last digit of your birth year is 2, you are a natural peacemaker. You have an innate ability to diffuse tension, mediate conflicts, and create harmony in chaotic situations. People are drawn to your calm demeanor and your gift for seeing both sides of every argument. But here's the challenge: do you prioritize peace over your own needs? Are you sacrificing your own happiness to make sure everyone else is okay? Is it time to stand up for yourself? In every family or friend group, there's always that one person who steps in to keep everyone calm during arguments. But what happens when you're the one constantly compromising? Think about your family gatherings or friendships. There's always someone who steps in when arguments start to flare up, smoothing things over before tensions get too high. Maybe that person is you, but here's the thing: constantly being the one who calms others down can be exhausting. If you're always the mediator, you might find yourself holding back your own feelings just to avoid conflict. Have you ever caught yourself saying it's fine when it really wasn't, just to avoid making waves? Are you sacrificing too much for the sake of peace? As a number 2, you tend to avoid conflict at all costs, but that can sometimes mean sacrificing your own voice. In relationships, at work, or in family situations, you may put your own needs aside to keep the peace, but this constant self-sacrifice can lead to frustration and even resentment. When was the last time you stood up for yourself in a disagreement? Do you often find yourself saying yes when you really want to say no? Balance peacekeeping with self-respect. To truly thrive as a number 2, it's important to set boundaries and practice assertiveness. Your gift for creating harmony is valuable, but it's crucial to maintain your own inner peace by standing up for your needs. Start small. The next time you feel the urge to compromise, take a moment to reflect on what you really want. Speak up, even if it creates some temporary discomfort. How will you begin prioritizing your needs while still maintaining the peace? Number 3, the communicator. Are you truly being understood or just heard? You're a natural storyteller full of creativity and expression, but are people truly understanding your message? If the last digit of your birth year is 3, you are the communicator. You have a unique gift for words, whether spoken, written, or through creative forms like art and music. People admire your creativity, your energy, and the way you express ideas. But here's the challenge: are people really getting what you're trying to say, or are they just nodding along while missing the depth of your message? Is your creativity being misunderstood or underappreciated? Have you ever poured your heart into something, a project, a speech, or even a conversation, only to feel like no one truly gets it? Imagine you've worked hard on a creative project, maybe writing a poem, designing a presentation, or even organizing a family event. You put your heart and soul into it, only to realize that people just don't seem to understand the depth of your effort. They may smile and compliment you, but deep down you feel misunderstood or like your message didn't land the way you intended. Have you ever felt like your words were lost in translation, no matter how much passion you put into them? Are you communicating clearly or just being creative? As a number 3, your gift lies in your ability to express yourself, but it's easy to get caught up in the creativity and lose sight of clarity. Whether in your career, relationships, or even casual conversations, you may find that people are drawn to your energy but don't always grasp the true meaning behind your words. When was the last time you felt like your message truly connected with someone? Do you sometimes feel that your creativity overshadows the point you're trying to make? Balance creativity with clarity. To maximize the power of your number 3 energy, focus on refining your communication. Creativity is a wonderful tool, but clarity is key to making sure your message is understood. Next time you're preparing to communicate, whether in a conversation or creative project, take a moment to step back and ask, what is my core message? Be sure that your creative expression enhances rather than distracts from what you're really trying to convey. How will you ensure your creativity helps people understand you better, rather than leaving them confused? Number 4, the builder and protector. Does your need for control limit your potential? You're the foundation, the reliable one who builds and protects. But is your desire for structure holding you back? Number 4, the builder and protector. Does your need for control limit your potential? You're the foundation, the reliable one who builds and protects. But is your desire for structure holding you back? If the last digit of your birth year is 4, you are the builder and protector. You thrive on stability, structure, and responsibility. People rely on you because they know you can be counted on to create and maintain order. But here's the question: is your need for control keeping you from growth? While your strengths are stability and practicality, do you sometimes resist change or flexibility? Could your rigidity be limiting new opportunities? Have you ever found yourself so focused on building something stable that you missed out on new, exciting opportunities? Imagine you're the one always making sure everything runs smoothly, whether at work, at home, or in your community. You've built strong systems, organized routines, and created a reliable foundation. But when was the last time you stepped outside of that comfort zone? Have you ever turned down an opportunity because it felt too uncertain, even though it could have led to something better? Sometimes holding on too tightly to structure can keep you from experiencing growth and adventure. Is your love for stability holding you back? As a number 4, your ability to build and protect is unmatched. But it's important to ask yourself whether your need for control is preventing new possibilities from emerging. In relationships, work, or even personal development, you may focus so much on creating order that you miss out on innovation or change. When was the last time you embraced uncertainty and allowed yourself to let go of control? Balance structure with flexibility. To maximize the power of your number 3 energy, focus on refining your communication. Creativity is a wonderful tool, but clarity is key to making sure your message is understood. Next time you're preparing to communicate, whether in a conversation or creative project, take a moment to step back and ask, what is my core message? Be sure that your creative expression enhances rather than distracts from what you're really trying to convey? How will you ensure your creativity helps people understand you better, rather than leaving them confused? Balance structure with flexibility. To truly harness the power of your number 4 energy, it's essential to learn how to balance stability with flexibility. Your ability to build strong foundations is invaluable, but growth often comes from allowing room for change. Next time an opportunity feels uncertain or chaotic, challenge yourself to embrace it rather than resist it. Sometimes the best things in life happen when we step outside the structures we've built. How will you invite flexibility into your life while still maintaining your core strengths? Number 5. The adventurer. Are you running toward freedom or away from responsibility? You crave freedom and adventure, but is the constant need for change stopping you from truly settling down? If the last digit of your birth year is 5, you are the adventurer. You seek freedom, excitement, and are constantly exploring new possibilities. You're the first to embrace change, but here's the challenge: is your quest for novelty keeping you from finding real fulfillment? Is it possible that your avoidance of routine is a way to escape responsibility or deeper emotional challenges? Have you ever jumped from job to job or relationship to relationship, feeling restless but never fully satisfied? You're always on the move, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal life. New experiences excite you, but at some point you may realize that you're always searching for the next thing. You balance freedom with As a number 5, your adventurous spirit is your gift, but you may need to learn how to balance freedom with responsibility. Adventure is important, but so is creating a life that has deeper meaning and commitment. Are you allowing yourself to commit to something or someone, or are you always seeking the next escape? Embrace depth, not just change. To truly thrive as a number 5, allow yourself to embrace depth in your pursuits, not just change for the sake of it. Adventure will always be part of your journey. Number 6. The healer and caregiver. Are you giving too much without taking care of yourself? You're a natural caregiver, always putting others first. But what happens when you forget to take care of yourself? If the last digit of your birth year is 6, you are the healer and caregiver. Your compassion, empathy, and nurturing energy are your greatest strength. Have you ever found yourself exhausted from constantly caring for others, yet never asking for help? You're the one everyone turns to for support, whether it's your family, friends, or even coworkers. But when was the last time you asked for help? Is your selflessness becoming self-sacrifice? Can you find a balance between giving and self-care? As a number 6, your ability to heal and care for others is a gift, but it's crucial to balance giving with receiving. How often do you set boundaries? Number 7. The solitary healer is your isolation blocking deeper connections. You're the seeker of wisdom, often finding strength in solitude. If the last digit of your birth year is 7, you are the solitary healer. Deeply introspective and spiritual, you're always searching for meaning and understanding. Have you ever felt like no one truly understands you, even though you understand them deeply? You've likely spent much of your life in deep thought, exploring the mysteries of existence. But does your inner world sometimes isolate you from others? Can you balance solitude with connection? As a number 7, your introspective nature is a powerful gift, but it's important to recognize that true growth comes from both reflection and connect. Seek deeper connections while maintaining your inner peace. To fully realize your number 7 potential, you must balance your need for solitude with the power of connection. By letting others into your world, you can both teach and learn, enriching your life and theirs. Number 8. The ambitious leader. Are you using your power wisely? You're driven to succeed, but is your ambition fueled by purpose or just the pursuit of power? Last digit of your birth year is 8. You are the ambitious leader. You're motivated, focused, and determined to achieve material. Have you ever pushed so hard to succeed that you lost sight of the people or values that truly matter? You're likely the type of person who excels in business or leadership roles, often working tirelessly to reach your goals. But how many times have you sacrificed your personal life or well-being to climb higher? Number 8s are known for their ambition, but without balance, they can burn out or become too focused on material wealth, forgetting the importance of compassion and ethical responsibility. Can you balance success with ethical leadership? As a number 8, your ability to lead and achieve is undeniable, but true fulfillment comes from aligning your success with a higher purpose. Lead with integrity and purpose. To truly embrace your number 8 potential, you must lead with integrity. Focus not only on material success, but also on how you can inspire and uplift others. Number 9. The humanitarian, are you balancing compassion with self-care? You have a deep desire to help others, but are you forgetting to take care of yourself in the process? If the last digit of your birth year is 9, you are the humanitarian. You have a natural calling to serve others, often putting their needs above your own. Have you ever felt overwhelmed from constantly giving without taking time for your own needs? As a number 9, you're likely the person who is always there for friends, family, and even strangers in need. But how many times have you felt burned out or undervalued? Can you balance helping others with self-care? Your compassion and empathy are your greatest strengths, but to continue serving others, serve with love, but don't forget to nurture yourself. To fully embody your number 9 energy, remember that self-care is essential for sustainable service. By nurturing yourself, you'll have more energy and compassion to give to the world. How will you ensure that you care for yourself while continuing to uplift others? Now that you've unlocked the karmic meaning behind your number, let's explore how you can apply this wisdom to your everyday life. Is only the first step. Think about how the traits we discussed, whether you're a leader, a healer, an adventurer, or a humanitarian, ready to take action? Here's how you can start applying this wisdom today. 1. Reflect on your number's message. Take a moment to really think about how your number's energy plays out in your life. Are you living up to your number's potential? But this is just the beginning. Want to dive deeper into your number? If you found this exploration of your birth year's last digit helpful, there's so much more to discover. What do the numbers of your birthday or birth month say about you?